Hi guys, here again. My name is Maria. I'm here with Valentin. Hi
Hi, guys.
Val. Good
Hello.
morning. Thanks everyone that is watching us in the Facebook community, on Twitter, on YouTube. And today we have another Q&A, and we're starting right now with the first question that is from Dominic from Glasgow. So what is the difference between the public library and Khan Academy questions?
Yes, great question. So some of you might know that you can create any type of question you want yourself on Classtime. But sometimes you also just want to use something that's already pre-made, right? Or at least is a great inspiration and a basis for further work. So you can, when you go here into your library and you're logged in, you will see more questions here that leads to Khan Academy. So that isn't actually the Khan Academy website, but it's our view of Khan Academy content that has been imported from Khan Academy. So any practice questions, you can go here. And what's nice about it is that you have, especially for elementary and middle school, various grades or by topic, strong focus on math, but also some other subjects such as science and engineering or arts and humanities, where you can go in. But you could, for example, click on 4th grade, right? Then you can look into fractions, for example, common denominators. And if you like the question, right, you can just add it to your library with one click. So now when I go back and I look at common denominator, I already added it sometime in the past already, but now I have it here and I can use it. I can edit it as I'd like to and immediately start my session. That is one way how many educators use the Khan Academy library that is free for everyone to use on Classtime. Alternatively, you could also go into the search bar that is up here. So here you can also look for common denominators, and you will find also Khan Academy, right? So this is the same question set. So unlike a categorized view, you can also search for specific content, but you will also find a lot of different content from other people, such as teachers that contributed it to the public library. Here's another one, for example, add fractions with common denominators, where you can then look at the questions, and if you like them, you can also just add them and use them for yourself, just like we did with Khan Academy. And you will see here, this is public library. Oh, oops. Here, and in this case, it's Khan Academy. So whatever you're looking for, you can look by standard, subject, keywords that are in the title or in the questions or in the descriptions of it. You'll find them, and all of it is for free, available for you to add to your library and edit it and use it as you'd like.
Amazing. Okay, so the next one is from Anna from the United States. She asks, if I delete a question set in my library, will it also disappear from my shared folder? Very interesting.
So for people to know, a shared folder is, as you can see, like these little icons. Those are folders that you only have access to when you're on a school license, because the shared part comes in by sharing it with other educators. So in this case, Classtime College, I've shared this folder with Maria. And so in here, I have a question set that I can delete. And to answer the question, yes, in a shared folder, anything you edit, including changing the title or the questions, adding or removing questions, or entire question sets, will immediately impact all of the folders of other collaborators as well. So if I delete it now here, this question set, it will also disappear for Maria. So be conscious and careful when deleting or editing anything in a shared folder, because it will impact everyone else. If you want your own copy, no problem. Just click on this and copy it to your own library here, and then it will just create a personal copy that you can then use that is not part of a shared folder anymore, so it's safe. And here, if I delete this one now, this will not impact the shared folder because it's outside of a shared folder.
Yeah. So if they delete something from their library, you won't impact the shared folder, correct?
It's safe, yeah. If only if it's inside of a shared folder will it impact the shared folder for all the collaborators. Otherwise, it's your private library, and whatever you do, that's how it works.
Awesome. And Glaucia from Brazil asks, can I duplicate a class? I need to invite the same students to different classes.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I can see the point. So right now, right, you would set up your class where you have your class name, and then you have a subject such as, W4C, and then this class, the subject is history. But maybe you have W4C and you're also teaching art or, English, whatever. So in this case, I only have 2 students and I would invite my students. And the question is, can you duplicate this class? So the answer is no. Unfortunately, you cannot duplicate the class right now. So that is a great suggestion, something we haven't discussed in this sense. So we will look into this. There are some advantages to it right now today, which is once your students have been verified, like in this case, you'll see that it doesn't say invited, but the student is confirmed. If I click on invite and just add the students again, they do not have to accept anything. They will automatically be added to the class as they have been verified before. But it's obviously not the same as duplicating a classroom that already exists, but we'll take it up. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, amazing suggestion. And Nicole from Switzerland asks, will it be possible to export results to a Google spreadsheet?
Yeah, so this is also connected to classes in a way, because as you can see up here, you can import your classrooms from Google Classroom. With one click, it will just load all of your classes with all of the students into Classtime so that you'll have this great overview as I have, for example. Now that's not actually Google Classroom, but you can see here with this icon, it is imported from Google Classroom. So in this case, we know exactly that these students also exist in Google Classroom. And so when I run a session, right, and I have all my data come in, so let me look for something like here. And I have all my answers in. Okay, this is actually a survey. There's no score. Maybe I can find something better. Let's see, maybe here. Yeah, Cleopatra. Oh, no answers. Okay, I'm not making my point right here, but I'll give it one more try.
Okay.
This one. Perfect. One answer will work. So in this case, you might have your scores, right? And so usually this data is immediately stored in Classtime, and then you can export it to a spreadsheet on Excel. It will download a spreadsheet where you'll see every student and all their scores per question and in total. You can download a PDF report. But what Nicole's asking for is then specifically as a Google Classroom user, can she put those grades back into a Google spreadsheet? And the answer is not yet. We're working on it right now. So what will happen is that you'll get a fourth option, which is export to Google Classroom. So if you did set up a Google Classroom class by just importing them, and then you assigned the session, as we did here, to your class of Google Classroom, after you've gotten all the answers, you can just also export all the scores with one click into your Google Classroom assignment, from where you can then also use it in any form, such as a Google spreadsheet. So in short, if you use Google Classroom, yes, you will be able to also export all the grades nicely in a Google spreadsheet. Or if you're impatient and want to do it today already, you can also just download this Excel and then open it in Google Drive, and then you'll have our format of a score sheet available in Google Sheets.
Okay, and the last one is from Fabio from Brazil. Can I see my students' progress over time in a consolidated view? That's a very,
that's a fantastic question. And so that's something that Classtime can't do for the single teacher today. So what you'll have, right, you'll have your students here, you'll have their scores. You can consolidate them if you export them, in a folder, or in the future, as in your Google Classroom, and you can see their scores over time. But that is not something you can do immediately today. However, if you are on a school license, we do offer custom reports where this is possible. So we do it, but that is only something that is accessible for school license as of today. But that's a great input and something we definitely want to develop. The first step now for us was to launch our classes and work on our Google Classroom integration. But obviously, as you have your students now here and you do all your sessions, right? If you're going to the sessions and you see all the classes that you're doing, sessions that you're doing with all your classes, you will be able eventually to also track student data and scores over time.
Okay. Well, thanks, Val, for answering the questions. Thanks, everyone that watched it live or will watch this webinar afterwards. If you are not in our Facebook community yet, please follow us there, become a member. I guess it's all we have for today. We see you next week.
Absolutely. Looking forward to your questions as every week. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye.